Hey guys, how's it going? It is Eve, and welcome back to our next episode of Let's Play Eve Online. Just before I start, I just want to say the reason for the breaks is, well, I'm still ratting for the Hyperion that we are trying to get. I said I'm not going to do anything with my other accounts, because if that was the case, we'd be in a Hyperion already. This is a completely separate character that my other accounts don't exist around it. But other player interaction, stuff like that, all fair game. Just my accounts don't exist. Anyway, I was running missions for the Imperial Navy here, and a few things crossed my mind, is that we're gonna have to get our standings balanced across the board so that we can actually go into every single empire space or faction space, pretty much. Because if we don't, then if there's an incursion, for example in Galente space, this is the case with my other character. He can't actually enter Galente space. It can, but not Concord, but the Navy doesn't like my other character. I'll show you guys what I actually mean. So for the ones that don't actually know, if you have a certain negative security standings towards a faction, so Keldari, Galente, Yamar, or Minmatar, they won't actually let you in your space. Technically they will, but it's not the best, especially when you're flying a ship like the Hyperion that we'll get. So I'm sitting just one jump out of Galente's base right now, and we're gonna jump in, and I'll show you exactly what I mean when we have a problem with standings here. So this character, I'm actually not too sure what the standings are for her. Where are you? You are under standings here. So liked by factions, so we're all good with pretty much anything Amara and Keldari, but disliked by is the Galente Federation. We're at negative 6.28, so we're at a terrible standing here with the Galente Federation, so they don't like us at all. The other NPC ones, they're okay, bad. But also we have a problem here with Minmatar, which is bad, so they're not the friendliest when we enter their space here. So if we were to jump in to, what is this, Unel here. See, enemies of the Galente Federation, you are not welcome here. If you don't leave in a few seconds, your ship will be fired upon. If I can, I'll return to actually, let's just warp next gate. If that's I'm not too sure this is. Let's double check, and I don't really want to jump into low sec with this character here. So if we head to the next system, I'll show you the exact same thing. You pretty much cannot stay. You can stay, but it's not the friendliest time in Galente space. So back to our other character. So now that you guys know, or if you already knew, what happens when you have a bad security standing with a faction, we're actually going to work to balance that out with missions running for the factions that we have a low standing for. So we're actually going to be taking a field trip this episode down to... the heck? I'm looking at the wrong agent. Down to Malma, which is 2 jumps away from our current system. If this thing will let me move it, we'll just put you up there. So this is a storyline. I believe it is. Yes, a storyline agent which will have a nice impact on our security standings if we were to it says up here, this is an important mission which will have significant impact on your faction standings. So it'll lower it with Minmatar, but it'll raise it with Amar, which is at the moment what we're kind of looking for. Like I said, we will balance it out eventually. So I did try looking earlier when I got this on Eve Survival, but Eve Survival's been really bad lately, taking a long time to load, and it's just been giving me error messages left and right. So came across a new site called Eve Info, and we'll just open up the mission here. I already found it from a previous recording, which I just couldn't do much. So we are just gonna double check here, and we are to tank for explosive and kinetic, and all we have are 2 enemies, which is going to be a pretty easy mission for over 300k ISK here. We're just going to quickly refit to our kinetic, what was it? Kinetic explosive, I believe it was. Yeah, it was kinetic explosive. Just gonna double check. I have it on my second monitor. I could have just looked. Yep, explosive kinetic. Explosive kinetic, and we currently have our kinetic and thermal. Unfit your thermal, and we can finally put on an explosive for the first time ever. So our fit still looks pretty bare bones. We've mainly been using drones. Really rarely been using the guns. But that's really all we can do. I've only actually read it up about 2 million-isk from where I last left off. I've been really busy with other things and just haven't had time to actually do anything on this character. But now we've got some time, and I'll get ourselves up to our 200, or even give or take about 400 million as gold that we need. So now that we are fitted, and let's just double check while we're here that our ship is hobgoblins. I'm not too worried about them. They're okay. They're pretty cheap to replace. So we'll head out our 2 jumps out to Malma here in Genesis. If I can stabilize my client here. I am still running 2 clients, so I'll just close my second one here quick. There we go. So, one thing I do want to talk about is that with the winter expansion coming out, there's a lot of new ships. I'm slowly working on covering them. I just don't want to start covering them after the release date, but there shouldn't be too big of a problem. But there's a lot of videos. There's the new T2 logistics frigates. There are also the Tech 2 destroyers now, which are command destroyers. And there's faction E warships, and there's just a whole lot of new things coming out with the next expansion. I'll be covering that, and I'll try getting new videos throughout the week, hopefully. And as we get closer to our pretty much annual 12 days of CCP giveaways videos, which is 12 days of redeeming gifts from CCP if they do that this year. So, we didn't really get the best gifts, I believe, last year. Don't remember what we got, but they weren't the best. Anyway, we're here in Malma. We are going to quickly head over to our station here and dock off and get this mission underway. While we're here, you know what? Let's reload our gun. Don't really need to. We got our drones. So we're still running Hobgoblins 5. We're still training. Oh, actually, what is the impact of this? Okay, that's nice. We're training up drone. Okay, we're training drone skills, and then there's Galante Destroyer, which is getting us closer to the battleship actual hull. Because I don't think I'll check this more off camera, but right now we'll get this mission underway. Is if I can start training anything for the guns, because if we get into a not destroyer, a cruiser, we're gonna need medium guns. So either way, we get what we need. So here we go. You are ship Malamuth. Okay, let's accept. Close that, and close you, and head out. And you are in Malma. Okay. Just double checking. Sometimes you undock and you have no idea where to go. And off we go. Encounter Dead Space Warp 2 location. So, since I don't actually know the range on them, so we will pull our 20 kilometers right now because we can only send drones out to 25. So we'll orbit at 20, hopefully, unless these guys are actually at 0. And if they're at 0, well, we'll just slowly burn out. No micro drive. Oh, there's actually, whoa, there's more people than I thought. Am I at the right? Yeah, threat from afar. Well, it only says spawn number 1. Oh, they must have updated the mission. Okay. I don't think these things are going to be too hard. Believe it or not, I'm a bit worried for this mission. But if we can, actually, we'll get them to come to us. We'll drop our drones here. We'll pick an alignment point, which will be this gate, which is closest to us. Let's lock up what we can for right now. I believe there's only 4, but that's okay. I don't, because this mission did change, unless I'm just looking at a old website here. Tutorials for life. Yeah, this is also saying that it's same thing. They must have updated the mission recently. This guy's at 25. We can shoot our drones towards him. Let's just watch our drones. If they start taking damage, we just return the drones and... Oh, okay. No, we're okay. These guys takes a nice amount of damage from our drones, so we're okay. Let's start orbiting this guy here. Actually, well, we can start slow boating down this weird direction here towards that. And who's closer? Actually, they're both the same one, but we'll only get going this way. So we can get towards the acceleration gate, which is about 30 kilometers away. And we have 2. I don't know if these are, if the gate's locked. If it's not, then it's not too big of a problem here. Our drones are okay. This guy's a bit close. We can start shooting with their guns. No. I want... Are my drones not set to... okay, we can turn our tank on here. Attack and follow, aggressive and focus fire. Okay. Well, we'll be okay. As long as we can play with our capacitor. You guys are actually kind of pretty hard for the mission here. Compared to what I usually get, it's a few, like 7 or something hits or something, but that's pretty low. But yeah, now they're hitting pretty good. And we got another spawn here. Yeah, this is gonna be a heck of a mission here. Moving target painted. You know what? Let's start kind of not that do you have an alignment point? Let's go here for now. Let's pick that as an alignment point. We can always MWD later. Actually, our mission, our shield's going okay. For right now, at least. These guys are pretty fast. Everything's coming up. That guy's down. Too bad, don't really get bounties for these. You know, I'm probably really doing this wrong. Is that, really the, it should be just, the gate's probably unlocked down there. But, you know, I'm not too sure, and I'd rather not get stuck on that gate. Something exploded. No, okay. We're okay. Get these last few guys, and we can start getting towards the gate here. Last 2 guys. And we can... Yeah, we're tanking them pretty good. They're hitting about 4-8 was a critical, but about 10 really damage on us. But that's not a big deal. Let's blab him with our gun here quick. I think we got him. I don't know what got him. Anyway. Turn our tank off. Return our drones here. So that was... Oh god, there's more. You know what? While we're here, let's just hit the gate. Yeah, we can activate it. Let's select our line point. Let's put it up there for right now. Actually, where are you coming from? You're coming from down there. We can intercept you about there. It's a lot of solo, not solo, but it's more kind of manual piloting. I locked the acceleration gate by mistake. And like you, it's a lot of manual piloting. I don't use the WASD that they have. It just bothers me a bit. Oh, okay. These are the rookie ships. These things are like a one-hit kill for pretty much everything. So we're okay. We can turn off armor. Armor repair. Don't know why you were running. Yeah, we can sit at 0 at the gate. It's okay. Usually, I like to stay moving, but this is okay. These guys are, like I said, pretty much like a one-hit kill. Or if not even, maybe a 2-cycle for the drones, but they're really easy. I'm not worried. Last guy here, and the gate is clear. Turn to drone bay. Capacitor is up again, and we are good to go. Our shield's coming up, and we can hit the acceleration gate. Message from Clem Redstock. An interloper, you'll never take my beloved back there. Never, you'll die first. Oh, okay. You know, I've honestly thought this was a different mission, but apparently we need to, everyone needs to update all their, actually no, that's gonna put us a bit far away from them. Let's go about here. They need to update their mission logs because these are completely different missions now. Really are. Even this tutorial for life.com website says, threat from afar, faction Minmatar, mission type encounter, which is yes and yes, ship type, well, I don't really know, web scramble, there's none, damage dealt, yes, recommended damage type, explosive EM, and a minimum recommended ship class is a frigate. So we have all that, which is correct. And then it says a single dead space level, which if it means level, then it would be only, oh god, there's more guys. Anyway, not a big problem. They're the easy guys. Which would only be a room, so one acceleration gate means one level, so that'd be one. So that means that last one should have been the end, and there should be a point defense battery and a freedom fighter, which we just killed. But that was about it. Let's start kind of getting up here a bit. Just don't want to get too, yeah, these guys, and my tank's not on. These guys are gonna kind of hit me a bit hard here. And if we have to, we will warp out and we will come back in. Our drones will take damage, but what can we do? And that's okay for right now. You always want to be... Who is shooting me with these? Tribal what? It's these rifters. Let's get rid of the rifter. This guy's taken quite a bit of damage out on us. We'll take him out. The other guys are really nothing, but this rifter is actually doing some pretty heavy damage to us. What's he hitting on us? There's the missile. He's hitting about 25 on us, which is actually a lot of damage for our little ship. We've only got 540 actual hit points to say, which is quite not, which isn't really the best. Are we done yet, or what do we have to do? Okay, acquire the goods. Okay, we have to acquire the goods. If they're not in the wreck, then okay, you know what? That's a small wreck. Let's get to this guy's wreck. 35 kilometers. These guys won't bother us anymore. They really do really poor damage, so we'll be fine. What are we? We're okay on that. Yeah, let's one cycle our MWD just to kind of close the gap. We need to get them behind us. Here, and slow down please for me. Okay, if we have it, then we're not even gonna bother about these last guys here. Also, you're probably wondering why I don't salvage. Well, we do have salvaging skills, but I don't have a salvage ready ship, so, and I'm not about to fly 1 out 2 jumps just to salvage these wrecks. If I remember right, the level 1 missions are just not worth salvaging. And Republic, that's not actually what we need, but so they're probably in one of these. We'll take that anyway. Could come in handy later. Maybe you have to turn in tags or something. Let's just hope we can find him. This is Cram. We're at the wrong wreck. Can't speak today. It is a bit late when I'm recording this. It's about 11:30 at night here. And nope, I'm not even gonna bother looting that. It's probably gonna be this last guy up here. If not, we're gonna, well, if we can, we're gonna pop the station. Maybe it's in the yeah, it was in the last guy. Should have known. But we're okay. Kind of let our armor go down a bit too far that I like it. But what can you do? Let's loot this, accept the mission, and we'll pretty much end the episode for here. This was a quick one. I'm still riding on this character. Not much I could do. Loot all. we're not gonna bother, and the rest is all good, and we can stop you before you. There we go. Pama, not Palma, Malma, not. I can't speak today. That's my problem with this episode. Usually I can go on for about, what, an hour or so speaking about Eve topics and stuff, but this was a quick field trip, and we finished our field trip, and we are actually heading to the wrong place. I just realized we have to finish this guy's, we have to drop him off at Malma here, and not at our actual finished, where are you, duck? And not at our destination. So, the way our Let's Plays will work is that I'll do the ratting off camera. When we actually have to move into a new faction, like a new faction space, I'll move the main ship, which will probably be our Tristan here. If we don't have the Vexor yet, which is our next ship in line that we'll be getting, which we can almost afford, the hull. We need maybe 4 or 5 more million ISK. I don't actually know what they stand at right now, but I'm taking a rough guess. Once we have that, we'll start running level 2s, and we'll work. We might stick with level 2s until we get to level 4, but with level 4s, it's pretty much, we're going to be incursion ready. So there we go, we finished that mission. You know what, let's close you and reopen you. See if we have any changes here. Caldari State, no, that's all the same. Let's see here. Galante Federation. That's kind of went down a bit, but really there's no change. I believe we are now neutral. We are on good terms with Damar now, so that's okay. We just need to check if that Caldari and Minmatar don't pop up here as bad if we want to keep them in the blue, to say. Well, now we can head home, and we'll pretty much stop the episode there. So that was a quick little field trip, 2 jumps out, nice little break from actually running the missions. They got extremely repetitive. I think I'm actually redoing a few of these missions because I got them again. If I went to a different agent, there wouldn't really be a difference, maybe just a difference in the NPC rats that are out there, but other than that, there's really nothing now that we can do. So, that being said, oh, my jabber's going off. What do you want? Okay, never mind. So that being said, the way the episodes are going to work now is that I will be ratting off camera because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to watch hours and days of ratting for the money and standings here. It is a grind. But what I will do is I will make a video. This will probably be maybe episode 7. Is that we are actually going to go and a few skill. Oh, we got 4 mil. Oh, and we're heading to the wrong Stargate. Is that we'll go skill shopping for the, I believe it's the social and the connection skill books. To train those, we're going to put those into maybe level 4, depending on what they are as multipliers. We might stick them into level 5 if they're 4 days or so, and that way we'll be able to gain standings better and get our overall factions. They'll hate us faster, but we can raise it faster, which is good for us, so we don't have a problem when it comes to entering a certain faction space. So let's start warping main base, and we can dock. So that is the plan. Is for our next episode is to go skill shopping with the money that I rat. Maybe it'll probably be up at the end of the week. Well, not this video, but the next episode will be up maybe around end of the week next. Maybe looking Friday or something. It'll be up, and we'll go shopping for skills. Since they're NPC skills, really, they'll just be a few jumps, or maybe even just a warp away. So we'll train those, maybe just to keep the episodes a bit on, so that they're not like 2 minutes or so, run a mission or so, but that's really all we'll do for that episode, and I'll go back to writing. So that is it for this episode, you guys. Fly dangerous. Peace.